Welcome to Called to Chaos,
the podcast for moms who are trying to hold it all together
while showing up for everyone
and just trying to survive the group text, the calendar, and whatever the day throws at us.
We're your hosts, Helen
and Barbara,
wives, moms, friends, and leaders,
and professional chaos managers.
If your life feels loud, messy, beautiful, overwhelming,
and somehow still full of purpose,
you're in the right place.
Each week we'll talk about leadership, faith, real life,
and how purpose shows up right in the middle of madness.
Because you're not just living in chaos,
you're called to it.
Welcome back to season 2.
Yeah, season 2
of Called to Chaos.
Season 2.
We took a long hiatus. It was not planned, but it was much needed.
Much needed and really good for summer.
Yeah, we just got to spend time with the kids on Fridays instead of recording, which, I mean, not that recording's hard, but it takes you out of the sun. So
yeah, we had a ritual, y'all. We went to Hawaiian Falls every Friday. I'm surprised they didn't know our names when we walked in.
I know.
Kids are like, Mom, we're going to Hawaiian Falls. Of course we're going to Hawaiian Falls.
So one day we can get some sun.
Literally.
Now those days are over.
Same spots.
Kids are back in school.
Kids are back in school, but we get to be back with you guys.
Yeah.
It was really cool because a lot of you were like, hey, y'all still recording? What happened? It was like, oh, they actually want to hear us.
I know. I love that. People are like, I don't even know what's going on in your life anymore.
Right.
You haven't put out an episode.
That is so funny, actually.
It is really funny. And a lot actually has happened.
Yeah.
Since
ton has happened.
The last time they heard from us. They heard from us in June last. So it is now mid-August. This episode will go out end of August next week. So a lot's happened, but let's start with our most chaotic moment of the week.
Oh man. I felt like, I even hate to say it. I might jinx myself, you know, not too crazy of a week this week, but probably just, you know, this is the second week of school back. And so it's still like, Mom, sign these paperworks. Mom, I need this. And Mom, I need that. So I think that was, and we're trying to get back in the groove of sports again too.
Yep.
And so I'm like, oh, dang, here we go again. But at least we've had some reprieve from that for a little bit.
Yeah.
And it should be less this year. So I think that probably is just like get my mind wrapped around the schedules again.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I'd say my most chaotic moment this week was probably Wednesday. I just had a really crazy day, just full of back-to-back things on my calendar. One of the things that we get to do at work is coffees and lunches. And as an introvert, that's not always super easy for me, especially if I don't know people super well. And so I had a lunch with someone I had just met on the weekend. And then I had a coffee with one of my volunteers, and they were like just a couple hours apart, but that's also trying to do the rest of the stuff in the day, then get home. Traffic took an hour that day. And this week has just been kind of draining. Lots of pastoring happening this week. And that is just sometimes really hard when you're a feeler, a high feeler. You tend to wear people's emotions and you feel their feelings. And so it was just a heavy week in general. And Wednesday, I was just exhausted when I got home.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I was
a lot.
Oh my goodness, this day. But I mean, it was great. The conversations were really, really good. I just felt like I was, you know, like a chicken running around from one place to the next.
Head cut off, right?
Yeah.
Like a mom, you know.
Literally.
So similar. But what's really cool about watching you is that, like, even you were so depleted, like, you're just such an incredible pastor.
Oh, thanks.
And you took the time to pastor these people and let the Lord work through you. And it's, like, so evident that he did.
Oh, it was 100%.
And so that's really cool to watch from the other side of it.
Yeah.
So
it's 100% God, because I know that my flesh is going to be like, I can't do this. I don't have the words to say. I don't know how to be there for this person or that person. And then the way the Lord just shows up in every conversation and just gives me exactly what I need to say, or, you know, what I need to be praying. It's cool to see him work like that through me, but it's still very depleting at times.
Sure, it can be. Yeah.
So
yeah. We also went on vacation.
We did.
Since the last time we were about to leave, right?
Yeah. Last time we posted an episode, we were headed out to Gulf Shores.
We went on vacation. It was super fun.
It was a lot of fun.
For the first time, I went deep sea fishing.
Yeah.
That was fun. Helen's not a fisher, but, you know, she put her all into it. Kids had a blast.
Yep. I was there just supporting my husband
She did.
and son as they fish, because I I just don't like to fish. I don't like to eat fish either.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So I think there's part of that. And then there is also the trauma of my maiden name being Fishman and getting made fun of as a child.
Yeah.
As they would say, fisherman. And do you like to go fishing? And just all these things. And so just ingrained in my mind that I just don't fish.
Don't fish. Fish is a trooper. It was a lot of fun though.
It was a cool experience.
Yeah.
I got to see dolphins out
we
there.
We did. That was really cool. We got to see like
really
pods
cool.
of dolphins and that was really cool. The kids had a blast.
Yep.
It's just a good time to go and just like reset and relax, I feel like, you know?
I read 3 books.
Yeah. That's
on
crazy.
That trip. And I did 2 puzzles. And then I also got a lot of sun.
Mm-hmm.
The water was kind of rough, so we didn't get to get in the
super
ocean much.
Yeah, it was a double red flag the entire time, which has never happened when we've gone, ever.
Yeah.
So the kids really couldn't get in the water like they'd like to do. But I think for me, it really taught me something though. Like it taught me that to be still and it's okay. And like gave me like a whole new perspective on vacation. Like you don't have to be going, because I was able to like literally sit and read a book and be okay with it. And that's a first for me.
Yeah.
And so I remember coming back just like, okay, like I can actually sit. I can actually read a book without anybody bothering me. And I think I take that for granted.
Yes.
And then, but for then I was like, that's exactly what I needed.
Well, the thing for me was I just love being outside.
Yeah.
The outdoors
me too.
is some of my favorite time. Anytime I can be outside. And I think even though the waves were too big to get in the water and enjoy, even just sitting by them, hearing them, seeing them, and reading my book is a great day to me.
Same.
I don't have to get in the water, which I'm not a get in the ocean type of girl anyway.
Nope. No thanks.
And so you put me by the pool, you put me by the ocean, and just outside with a book, and I am fine.
Yeah. Same. We had a lot full time.
And I got to do that for the whole time. And I just love that I was able to.
Yeah.
And I completely unplugged and just enjoyed my time. My husband's a little bit more like, let's do things. And so there were a couple of times I had to like, okay, we're going to go out and explore for a day or for the morning. And then I'll come back and get my by the pool time or whatever. But
and it's nice that our kids are older.
Yes.
Like I feel like it's the first year that I've been able to like just let all 4 of the kids go. I mean, especially Hayden really. And that's so nice.
Yeah.
Like it's a game changer.
It really is when they're like self-sufficient.
Yes.
And Nala Faith wasn't there the first couple of days and she had to fly out there. And so she was a little bit disappointed that she missed out on the fun stuff. Then it rained our last day.
Yeah, it did.
But she's.
Yeah. Yeah. It was good.
Yeah, it was a really good vacation.
Since then, we've just been working.
We had one of our busiest seasons.
We did. At the movies.
Yeah.
Do you know what was our total attendance? Gosh, a lot.
I could probably look it up, but it was somewhere around 15,000, 16,000, something
crazy.
Like that, I would assume.
Yeah, for 4 weeks at the movies, which was really cool. Saw a ton of kids, ton of people. Really cool experience. But yeah, it was busy.
It was so busy. Which is really where, like, I think not recording started.
Oh, big time.
Because we got back from vacation and then we went straight almost into like the chaos of planning and doing build week. And then we're just depleted and exhausted.
Yeah.
And we ain't got nothing left. So it's like the Fridays, let's just go refuel ourselves.
Yeah.
And get some vitamin D.
Yeah. And our kids are at home more during the day because they don't have school.
Yeah.
And so, and they're old enough to do that. Both of our spouses work. And so it was like, okay, Friday's gonna be a time where we get to get some sun and get outside, but also like take the kids out too and
get
spend
them
some
out
time
of the
with
house.
them.
Yeah. Because they're just stuck in the house all summer until Friday.
Yeah. Yeah. That's also a nice thing. I have to pay for a babysitter this year. Gosh, that was so nice.
Yeah.
So nice. But yeah, now we're back to school. It's August.
Oh, we had our dark day finally.
We did have our dark day.
We did.
That was we told y'all we were going to do it and we did it.
And we posted the video on Instagram. So if you haven't seen it yet, go look at it. But we just went to a hotel in Las Colinas. The Nilo is what it was called. And just spent 2 days doing nothing.
Literally nothing. We sat and read our Kindles.
Anything we wanted.
It was so great, y'all. We didn't have any plans. We're like, we can go dinner whenever we want to. We can go wherever we want to.
We can order in. We can sit in bed. We can watch a movie. We can read. We did a lot of reading.
Yep.
And I think that was what was cool about like doing that together, because our friendship is very unique, I think, as an adult. But
Yeah.
we were with each other the whole time, but we spent a lot of time just reading.
Yeah.
And not talking to each other.
Yeah. Which is what we needed. It was like, okay.
Just laying in the sun, reading. And it was kind of bad weather the first day too. And I said, nothing's going to stop my time. This is fun. We're going to enjoy it. I don't care. I have no responsibility today. And so it was a lot of fun.
It was so fun. For me, it like made me super thankful that, you know, you can have somebody that you can go somewhere with like that and not feel awkward when there's silence or not like, it's like, it's fine. Like that's what I needed. It doesn't, it's like normal.
Yeah.
And so that's like, I think that's pretty special when you can do that and recover and replenish and do exactly that. Just sit there and read. You don't have to have a conversation.
Right.
So you can have a conversation.
But we did
whatever you want to do. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we did a fun ChatGPT thing that I want to share, because I actually saw this on one of my amazing leaders page. She had posted that she did it. Donna Maxwell, you know who you are.
Oh, yeah.
She had posted that she had done it. And I said, okay, I love these things. So let's try it. And I don't understand, y'all, how ChatGPT can know me so well. There are so many things that it listed that I've never talked about into it.
Yeah.
That I know of. So I'm like, is it listening, or is it like deciphering things from other things
that
I say? It's so
be
strange. So I want to read those. You read yours first, and then I'll read mine.
Okay. And like the preface this, basically you just said to ChatGPT, like, describe me like you're trying to warn someone before they meet me. Okay. And so it said, mine says, oh, Barbara. Okay. Consider this the pre-meeting warning label. Before you meet Barbara, there are a few things you should know. She's a lot. In the best and occasionally most exhausting way. She will walk in a room, notice a person nobody else noticed, identify 3 things that could be better, rearrange the furniture in her head, recruit 2 volunteers, come up with a new ministry idea, and somehow decide the whole thing needs balloons. She's extremely relational, but don't confuse that with being soft. She loves people deeply, expects a lot from them, and generally believes they are capable of more than they think they are. She's approximately 47 ideas at any given moment. This is so good. And at least 12 of them are actually really good. The problem is she would like to implement all 12 of them by Tuesday. She's a builder. Give her something messy, understaffed, disorganized, and overlooked, or that's just how we've always done it. And you have accidentally activated her. Oh, can't stand that. She will absolutely say, okay, hear me out. And you should be concerned because you are probably about to end up involved in something. She loves big. Her family comes before her work. Her faith isn't something she adds to her family. It drives the decision, including the scary ones that don't make sense on paper. She can lead hundreds of people and carry enormous responsibility, but one of her biggest challenges is remembering that being productive and being valuable are not the same thing. Sitting still is suspicious to her. She's also ridiculously resourceful. She'll figure it out. Budget problem, she'll find another way. Need volunteers, she'll build relationships. Giant Moana boat, apparently we're building a giant Moana boat. Now she has an entrepreneurial brain, a pastor's heart, and leader's instincts, and just enough ADHD energy to make you wonder whether you should buckle up. And here's the biggest warning. If Barbara believes in you, you're probably going to start believing in yourself a little bit more too. She'll challenge you, love you, annoy you into doing a thing you said you couldn't do, celebrate you obnoxiously when you do it, and then probably feed you somewhere in that process. So before you meet her, bring coffee. Don't tell her something can't be done. Never casually mention a problem unless you're prepared to solve it. And for the love of everything, do not say, I have an idea unless you've cleared your calendar. Because Barbara will say, yes, wait, what if we made it bigger?
That is so scary.
I mean, isn't that literally wild?
Yes.
It's so crazy.
It's crazy. I love it because what's funny is the way yours starts is the way mine.
I was going to say that. But I read yours before I was reading mine. I realized that. No wonder we're friends.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Mine says, okay, before you meet Helen, there are a few things you need to know. First, she is a lot. Not in a bad way, just there is no casual setting. If she cares about something, she cares about it at approximately 147%. She will notice the crooked row of chairs that literally no one else noticed. She will notice that the sign is slightly off center. She will notice that someone seems quieter than normal. She will notice that a volunteer hasn't been there in 3 weeks, and unfortunately for everyone involved, she will probably do something about all 4. She has extremely high standards, but the dangerous part is that she has an even bigger heart. So you may initially think, wow, she really cares about excellence, and then realize 6 months later that she somehow knows what's happening with your marriage, your kids, your job, your relationship with God, and whether you've eaten today. Do not tell her it's fine when it is very clearly not fine. She will investigate. Also, if she asks you to help with a small project, you should immediately ask follow-up questions. There's a very real possibility that this small project involves Canva, a QR code, 400 volunteers, custom badges, a spreadsheet, 3 different service times, and something that needs to be printed by Thursday. She's passionate about Jesus and people, and she takes both seriously. She will absolutely challenge you, encourage you, pray for you, check on you, and probably recruit you to serve somewhere in the process. She loves deeply, which also means she feels deeply. Her family is everything to her. Her people are her people. If she loves you, congratulations. You now have a fiercely loyal person in your corner. But understand that she will also worry about you, advocate for you, overthink something you said 3 days ago, and send you a text because she just wanted to check on you. She can handle chaos remarkably well, but she would strongly prefer that the chaos be organized, labeled, communicated ahead of time, and entered into a tracking system. She will say she wants something simple and then have 17 very specific opinions about what simple means. And if she says, no, that's not what I mean, you have about 2 attempts left before you get a bro. She's funny, intense, sentimental, particular, incredibly caring, occasionally exhausted, always thinking about 10 things at once, and physically incapable of doing something halfway when she believes it matters. Basically, don't be intimidated, but maybe straighten your chair before she gets there.
I love it. So true.
I know.
It's just wild.
So true, it's almost embarrassing.
Yeah, literally. Literally. It's like, how do you know all that?
How?
Yeah.
Like the chair thing.
Did you like chat how to straighten chairs or something? That's so funny.
I don't think I did.
She straightens chairs every weekend, y'all.
It's
like before the weekend starts. It's like her thing. She has to do it.
And it's the bane of my existence.
Literally, she hates it.
It's because I am a perfectionist. I'm OCD.
Mhm.
And so I can't just straighten the rows and move on. I will straighten the rows, notice that the cards in the seat back need to be realigned. The pin isn't clipped right. The invite on the seat needs to be straightened. And so I'm doing all of that while trying to straighten.
Yes. Excellence, baby. It's excellence.
Because I can't see things like that and not fix them.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
It's a little OCD.
It is.
We know. It's okay.
And it is the way
they look dang good on a weekend.
Well, that's true. If you
I
come
mean,
to one of the beginning services.
Yeah, if you're beginning service.
I wouldn't say that by the end of the day because there's not a lot of time in between to make them
But they always
better,
look good. So y'all should do it. See what it says about you. See if it's as accurate as it is for us.
So fun. What I did notice though is I was reading on Donna's Facebook. Hers was kind of short. So were the people that were commenting. I don't know why mine was so long.
Mine was felt really long. I think we were just really complex, you know.
I know. Or we use
chat a lot.
We use chat a lot. That's right. Chat is our friend.
I just continue to think, like, what did I do before?
I don't know.
Like before AI, like I use Claude and chat all the time now. What did I do?
I don't even remember how I discovered Chat GPT, but
I don't either.
I think maybe it was one of our Pashan.
Yes, it was. It was.
I think Pashan taught me about it, of how like it'll proofread emails for you.
Yeah, she was using it as a personal assistant, like way before anybody else was.
So I just started doing that too.
Yeah, crazy,
so
crazy. Now I'm like, how do I create things again? Like, but why? Like, it can do everything for me. Why would I work smarter than harder? Really?
That's my motto. If I can spend 2 seconds giving it a prompt over 20 minutes doing what it's going to do for me.
And that remembers me, remembers what I like and don't like and all the things.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Like that works for me.
Yep. I love it. All right. So a lot has happened in our lives in the past few months. And so going back to the dark day we had, you kind of shared some information with me during that little 2 days off. Do you want to share that with the class?
Sure. So I had kind of made some decisions and was like really praying a lot through what God has for me. And just my relationship with the Lord has been really crazy stronger than ever recently. And he's just continued to show me that where I'm at and what I'm doing is absolutely a calling, which I know I'm called to. But I was continuing to feel the pressure and just like the absence of time with my family. And it didn't make sense. I mean, that part made sense, but me being able to like take this huge leap of faith and say, okay, I think this is the end of the season, was way harder.
Yeah.
And I think it's something that I felt for a while, just didn't want to put a name on it or whatever that may be. I think that it came to a head to where the Lord was like, well, if you're not going to do something about it, I am.
Yeah.
Like, and so I just felt this urge that a transition was coming. And this has happened twice before in my life to where I just knew that there was a transition. I didn't know what it exactly looked like, but I felt it like months ahead of time. It's really weird. But I was feeling that again. And just continue to pray about it, what that looked like. And then people started to speak into me that didn't know that I was ever thinking that. And it just continued to make it clearer and clearer that this was the end of a season. And so I have just following the Lord, and I've chose to step off of the team where I'm at, which was definitely bittersweet and very difficult, especially since I work with my best friend. To have some time to rest. Number one, the Lord's really been teaching me that my whole life I have been the shepherd. I have been the one who's led. I have been the one that has held the boat afloat. I have been the one that was the counselor. And I don't do well with letting people lead me.
Yeah.
Or being fed. You know, I have learned to protect myself my whole life from being in control. If I'm the one leading, if I'm the one feeding, if I'm the one in control, then I am okay. Like I'm going to be protected in that. And nothing's going to happen because I already know what's going to happen. And I realized that comes from many, many years in my childhood of being afraid. And that's what I had to do.
Yeah.
And the Lord has just been so kind in showing me that that's not what I have to do. And that I can be in a season of allowing our true shepherd to feed me.
Yeah.
And allowing others to be able to pour into me. And that was a really hard thing. I don't think I even realized what was happening until I started to dig into the word more. So that's the season I'm like in right now. And as much as I love ministry, I love my people, I love what I get to do. I love my family more. And I love the Lord more. And when he says to jump, you jump.
Yeah.
Because if you don't jump, he's going to make you jump somehow. So, and I've learned that just through the past. And so I did. Taking this new journey to not sure what's next. But what I do know is next is that I get to allow rest. I get to be the sheep now and allow rest and allow the Lord to continue to feed me. I think also something that I've learned this past week is like, after the actual final day, which is coming up, it's like, you're probably going to sit at home and like, I am useless. I'm not used to this. It's going to hit me. But to be prepared for that, and because this is probably more than just rest or finding a different job or whatever, but it's also like finding my identity in the Lord.
Yeah.
And not in my title, not in how well I can lead or how well I can affect other people's lives right now. But who am I? Who am I?
Right.
Like who is Barbara, and who is Barbara as a mom? Who is Barbara as a wife? Because I've always gone so fast.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I even know that what I'm capable of. And so, finding my identity and also resting in this next season, and just trusting the Lord in this next step, because it doesn't look like it will ever work financially. And we're already seeing like just the Lord providing in different ways just because of the yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been a lot.
I want to, if you don't mind, being vulnerable in the way you knew that God was calling you to do this. And so like, I know personally what a big step of faith this is. because I know you and I know your family and I know the ins and outs and behind the scenes things. But could you share about what is scary about it? Like why you're scared, to, not have a job essentially. And then how you knew that it was, God asking you to take the step of obedience.
Yeah, I think I knew it was the Lord. I know the feeling of transition, and it's one that I really can't explain, that I know something's coming. I think I started obvious burnout feelings, but not really realizing before that it was probably burnout, but knowing that now. But I think the biggest thing was hearing the Lord, like through other people, just say, things that I was already feeling and thinking, but then saying the same things, like, this is what I see. We're here to support you. And then my kids, honestly, like me not saying a word about how I was feeling or whatnot, but my kids actually bringing it up, like, Mom, you're working a lot. Mom, this or that. And then my daughter didn't even know I'd already talked to my boss, and she brought up to a friend, like, just a lot of different things. And then my husband had been praying for a while, just like, should I say something? Should I not? Should I say something the way I'm seeing with her? And like, until I like brought it out, he was a little afraid to say anything because he knew how much I love what I do. But when he said something too, that he had been praying for this and seeing it, was like another confirmation that he also had seen it. And I'm one of those that's like, once I hit it, I hit it. And once it's time to jump, I jump. And then there's no like, when I know, I know. And so I think just being in tune with what the Lord was telling me and hearing from that, even, and then here's the thing, like, even when I was not as close to the Lord as I am now.
Yeah.
And so what that tells me is that 100% that the Holy Spirit has been in me, even if I wasn't opening my Bible every single day, even if I didn't feel as close as I thought I, maybe was, even when I, didn't, make the time for my quiet time like I should have, like, the Lord doesn't leave us.
Right.
And I think that that's just something to remember, because I think that we can think that we're not doing that. We're not checking the box off, that's not what the Lord wants. We're not doing these things that he's, just going to let us fly out by ourselves. But that's not the way he is. And so even in our times that we're like, I don't really feel close to you, Lord, like I want to, but I don't have the energy, like, he's still present and can still work.
Yeah.
And I really noticed that. And it has drawn me even closer than ever to the Lord, because I heard jump, I heard do this, and I did it. I was obedient, even though I had no idea what it was going to look like. And I still don't, other than I have a peace.
Yeah.
And I think the peace is what is the yes for me. Because I'm an anxious person. And when my yes gives me a weight lifted off my shoulders that I haven't felt in a long time, when my yes gives me a peace that doesn't make any sense, when my yes comes with no expectations or nothing behind it, I don't have a job booked, I don't have a job lined up.
Yeah.
And when I still have peace about all those things, like, that is the Lord.
Yeah.
And so it's like, when my yes is also doesn't bring anxiety, and it doesn't bring like an overwhelming fear. Is there some fear? Yes, but that's the enemy.
Yeah.
That's when I know.
Yeah.
Like, it's the Lord.
You have peace in all of these things, and you feel like no question marks, no confusion, because God is not a God of confusion. Right. It's all just peace that only comes from him, regardless of what that means on the other side.
Right.
Because
there you go.
You've got to have a job.
Yeah, I have to. Financially,
you and your husband, it cannot be a single income home. You guys have 4 kids.
Yep.
And the fact that you are a highly anxious person, kind of like me, and you want to be in control.
Yeah.
Also like me. And yet you're doing something where you have no control.
Literally no control.
No idea. But yet you're not even a little bit anxious. You haven't even expressed to me any type of fear or anxiety about it. You just know that God's going to make a way,
Mhm.
regardless of what that looks like, even if that looks like you not having a job
Yeah.
for a little while.
Yeah.
And so that's when it became very apparent to me that you were obviously
Yeah.
following what the Lord had put on your heart, which
Yeah.
is amazing to be able to say that you're denying your flesh and doing what He has called you to do. That's not easy for everybody.
Mhm.
And not everybody can say that they listen like that or are that in tune. And so it's a huge decision. No, it's going to affect you and your family. It's going to affect our team. We're all going to miss you like crazy. I personally have been torn up. Gosh, don't make me cry.
I know.
It has been the hardest. Gosh, when was that? In July. So I've known since our
Yeah.
dark days. And ever since then, it's just been
Yeah.
hard. And I think I've kind of been in a funk anyways, not with anything in particular. I just
Mhm.
think like, unfortunately, I suffer from anxiety. I suffer from depression and ADHD. And I think my meds aren't really working correctly. I think perimenopause may be a part of
Yes.
it. But I'm in this like funky place where I just don't feel my meds were working well. And I just kind of had lost all interest in anything
Mhm.
outside of the house. It's like I'm going to work and I'm coming home and I don't want to go out with my husband and I don't want to do anything. And so finding out this during this season has been incredibly difficult. It's affecting me in ways that I
Yeah.
didn't expect it to, because this is your life, homegirl. It's
Mhm.
not mine.
But we're
But-
so much intertwined with each
Yes.
other's lives.
Yeah. And so I think like seeing you almost every single day for the
Yeah.
past 2 years and then losing that
Yeah.
is very scary.
Yeah.
I very vulnerably, gosh, I'm not supposed to be crying. We should have brought those tissues. over
I
here.
know. Let me grab the tissues.
I think very vulnerably that's not even a word.
Sure it is.
I had a lot of vulnerability in sharing that, like, my biggest fear is like, Barbara's the first friend that I've had as an adult that I've never had to pretend with. I can be 100% open with.
Mm-hmm.
There's no competition. There's no animosity. You get me no matter what season I'm in. If I'm at my lowest of lows, you have space and grace for what that looks like. And if I'm at my highest of highs, you're there to celebrate and champion with me.
Mm-hmm.
And as a 40-year-old woman, I've literally never had a friendship like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a fear that has come along with this that is our friendship. I don't know what that will look like,
Mm-hmm.
how we will maintain the same closeness. And so I think, like, in all honesty, I've allowed the fear of that to affect me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not something that can be explained.
Right.
So my husband doesn't understand.
Yeah.
Other people on our team don't understand. It's just, I spent so many years without this.
Yeah.
You know, I think like we literally text each other all day, every day.
Yeah.
Or we're at work together. You know?
Literally.
And so I think like before you came along, I'm like, I literally have sat and thought to that time. And I'm like, what did I do?
I know.
You know what I mean? Because I didn't have it. I had acquaintances, sure.
Right.
But people that I was actually like able to just send a text to and vent about what I'm feeling. I didn't have that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how the heck did I do life like that, you know? And so I'm very sad that she is no longer going to be around me every single day. And scared. There's fear. But I know she's doing what she's supposed to do.
Yeah. And just like we talk about, I think that fear is from the enemy. And so the fear you're feeling is very, very real. But it's also like we do this. We get to do this still, and we get to still text all day long. It's literally, I saw her the other day. I'm like, I don't know how not to.
Yeah.
Whether we're at work or not. It's just like my first go-to. Like when there's been times where you were on vacation, like without me. And I had to stop myself because I didn't want to bother her or whatnot. And so it's like one of those things where that's not going to disappear. It's just such a natural thing. Because we were friends before we worked together and we're friends after we worked together. If anything, it'll probably be even stronger because we don't get to see each other. We have to be able to plan things like you going to volleyball with me or me coming to whatever. Like those are the times we love.
Yeah.
Like those are the things that we, where we actually get to spend time with each other.
Yeah.
You know, work is a time where we're passing by each other, but we're still freaking texting about things, even sitting in the office. Like it's so funny.
It is funny.
But the feeling is very, very real.
Yeah.
And I get that.
Well, I think it's also having someone in the trenches, right?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Because no matter which way you look at it, ministry is hard.
It's very hard.
It's very rewarding. I love what I do. But there are parts of it that unless you're in it, you're never going to understand.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so having someone that's in the trenches with me that is doing the same thing that I'm doing, that understands, is a gift.
Yeah.
And so I think not having that is what I'm also afraid of.
Yeah. I think the thing we have to remember though is like I've been in the trenches with you. And so it's not like I've never been in it, you know what I mean? So it's like me talking to people now that I'm like networking with, and it's like people that pastors I'm talking about to that have maybe came out of ministry, now they're in the corporate world, or it's like they're in it with me still.
Yeah.
Which has been so cool because they get it. Like I can tell them, they're like, no, I get it.
Yeah.
Like I get where you were. I also understand like all the skills and stuff that you have to transfer over that maybe somebody else doesn't.
Yeah.
And so it's really cool to be able to be on the other side a little bit now, like to see that. It's like when you're in ministry, you don't forget it. Yeah. You've been in ministry. You get it differently than anybody else. You feel it more than anybody else. That never goes away.
Yeah.
And so, even if I'm not in the day-to-days of it, like, man, I did it and I know it and I know how the trenches feel. And so I don't think that's ever going to go away.
Yeah.
You know?
I know. And I feel like even if you're not in the trenches, I know I can still
oh my gosh,
in you
yes.
and talk to you. And it is the enemy giving me fear. And like I said, I have got to figure out what's going on hormonally and all of that because the way things have been making me crash out for no reason in this current season has been awful.
It's a lot though.
It is. It is a lot. And I think, just looking like from your perspective of you want to be present for your family, that's very real, you know, in ministry. We're told, especially for the church that we work for, your family is your first ministry. And something that I've learned from this is that it's okay to put your family first, right? Like neither of us have done that well.
Yeah.
And so in order to not get to the point where I feel like I need to take a step back or do that, I am recognizing now the places that I have not done that.
Yeah.
Whether that's leaving a kid home sick by themselves and going to work when I could have just stayed home with my kid because there's nobody that would have argued with me if I would have said I needed to stay with my sick child.
It's all in our own minds, really.
It's all in our own head. And it's this mindset of I've got to put ministry first. This is first and everything is more important. And that's also the enemy because if he can burn you out that way, then he can take you out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I'm able to see that there are areas that I can grow in that and be able to find a healthier balance with my family and ministry.
Yeah. And you will. I think if anything, this is just one of the many things I'm seeing from this transition is that getting to watch you get to that point has been so dang cool. Because I would just sit back and say the things when you could tell you really weren't on the same page as me. And then I was like, well, maybe I'm just like wrong. But then I was like, no. So now to see from this transition, maybe part of it is just like for you to get there and like to see that too has been really cool. And I think that's totally a God thing.
Yeah.
And, just your mind shift and like, I know who I am. And you know what? I'm confident in that. And this is what I'm going to do.
I think it just comes down to the people pleasing in me that I've had my entire life where it's, if I'm staying home with a sick kid on a random Wednesday, then what does everybody else think?
Right. Right.
right? And it's what is, the rest of the team think. Guarantee you, none of them are thinking
No.
anything negative
No.
because I'm not like that.
Right. Exactly.
I'm not thinking that way.
Yeah.
However, there's just always been this thing inside of me that it's nope. I've got to do everything. I'm gonna come to work sick. I'm gonna come to work if my kids are sick. I'm gonna do.
I gotta show up.
Do. Show up no matter what. And nobody told me I had to do that. As a matter of fact, we are very blessed with a leader that also values family.
Absolutely.
So at any given time, if I said my family needs X, Y, and Z, he would absolutely be like,
get out,
go take care of your family.
Yep.
And so it's all been self-inflicted, but it's very apparent now that I've got to do something about it now because I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to get burned out. I don't want to get to a point where I feel like the enemy is winning and taking me out of ministry because I haven't found a healthy balance.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly right. And the cool thing is, I think that you're in this moment of these transitions for you, like your mindset, you have literally like flipped. You're changing generations of your thinking.
Yeah.
So you're not just helping your family, but you're helping you. But you are literally like within this flip have years and years and years of you've changed it overnight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which has been really cool to see. And it's just going to make you better. It's going to let the Lord use you even more because you're realizing where priorities are and that it's who you are. And that's really cool. And yeah, I think, the enemy wants to do whatever he can.
Yeah.
He wants to even tell me, well, guess what? I got you out. It's like, no, you didn't. No, I can still do exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to be pastoring wherever I'm at. I know that I'm called to do this. I know that the Lord has called me differently and I'm going to take that exactly where he has me next. It's just a new season where I'm going to be planted at. And so, I think something to remember if you're in ministry or if you're in a transition, especially if you're in ministry or even like, I think education too, it can be hard. Is that something that somebody told me was like, your faith is not attached to your career, especially when you're in ministry. Like the amount of faith you have does not depend on you staying in ministry.
Right.
Because the enemy can quickly lie to you like, oh, well, you don't have enough faith that you can do this. You don't have enough faith. And that's a lie. It's a lie. It's not true. Because the Lord has called me to be a believer. He's called me to have a relationship with him. He's called me to share who God is. And that's exactly what I'm going to do wherever he puts me next.
Yeah.
And so I think it's just important that we remember that too.
Yeah, 100%. And I think, as I was saying prior to you even letting me know that this is what you were going to do, I was kind of going through this funk.
Yeah.
I want to say it probably started in May, which I didn't really realize at the time that it correlated with the 1-year anniversary of losing my mom.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, oh, my meds aren't working. I have no focus. I have no ambition, no drive, no desire, no nothing. I just feel blank and numb, and not even numb because I actually feel very sad all the time.
Yeah.
And so I'm working on, with my doctor and all of that. But I think I had never felt more disconnected from God through that.
Yeah.
It's very easy when you're exhausted and you're grieving and all of the things that come with that to not prioritize your time with the Lord. And that's where I got to.
Yeah.
I really just got to a place where I wasn't prioritizing that. It's like I'm getting home. I'm too tired. I don't want to wake up early.
Yeah.
And my time with the Lord was Sundays when I attend service with my family.
Right. Yeah.
And that's not enough to sustain me, especially not in ministry because he is the source. And like you said, he's not ever leaving me. If I'm not delighting myself in him, then how am I ever going to draw the strength or draw the peace from him? And so I've been trying to get back to that and I've got to make sure that is in line before anything else, along with, medical care and all of that.
Yeah.
But it was just a couple of months of just like, I don't even feel God with me right now. And I'm a pastor.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see him actively working in the lives of people around me and the stories we see on the weekend but I wasn't feeling him with
Mhm.
me. And it was not because he wasn't, it was because I was distant.
Yeah.
And so I'm actively trying to work towards
Mhm.
bettering that side. And I am. I'm back on track with my quiet time and all of that. I just got to figure out the rest of it.
It's been totally evident that you've been back on track with it. So I want you to know that from the outsider perspective, just the things that you say, your perspective on things has totally shifted, and that's really neat. And
Yeah.
that's really cool. It's very evident that that you have been spending more time with the Lord, and just how you respond to things and your outlook on everything
Yeah.
has been a total game changer. And it's made me even like, yeah, that's right. Like, you're right, you know?
Yeah.
And so do know, even if you don't necessarily feel it yet, it's definitely there. It's definitely coming out. It just shows that when you start to be attached to the vine, that, it comes out.
Yeah.
Even when we may not feel it inside. And I think it's important as a pastor too, like, to be vulnerable with our people. And I've had to stay there, like, I don't understand. I can't get in the word. I don't know how to. And instead of saying, well, you just should, I have told my people, like, I'm a pastor and I have been in that same spot.
Yeah.
We can't stay there.
No.
Right? Like, it's not okay to stay. Is it okay to be there? Yes. Is it okay to stay there? No. And so let's work towards that.
Mm-hmm.
And so using that as vulnerability too goes a long ways with our people.
Yeah.
And you're really good about that too.
Yeah. I think like when I look back on the months where I was doing really good, that is the only thing that is different than what's currently happening. Right. I mean, granted, I do think like hormones and medications and stuff play a role, but I never changed any of that yet. Like, I'm planning to, but I was very diligent about spending time with the Lord. Even if I didn't wake up early, man, the first thing I did when I got home, whatever it was, I was not missing that time. And I felt great. I felt amazing. It was fine. Everything was fine. And so when I kept looking like, why do I feel this way? What is different? What has changed? I'm, not eating any different. I'm not taking any different medications. Well, I was not prioritizing that in a season of just quite literally exhaustion.
Yeah, literally.
And not that makes it okay. I'm not saying it makes it okay, but that is just the truth of what happened. I was grieving my mom. My son was graduating high school. I'm still grieving my mom. And not allowing the Lord to comfort me, to strengthen me. And so here's to making sure that doesn't continue.
Right. I think the biggest thing for you to hear is those of you who may be in a season, or you're not in a season, but maybe you have been, and like, we all go through those seasons.
We all do.
And it's okay. It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you any closer to the Lord. It doesn't make him love you any less. None of those things are true. The enemy's going to try to tell you that. He's going to try to tell you that you're not faithful enough, that all the things, but it's not true. We go through seasons where we're crazy busy and when we're exhausted, and it's normal.
Yeah.
But you can't stay there.
Right.
And that's where you're not there. You're not staying there.
Yeah.
And so I think we have to give ourselves a lot more grace than we do, because that's exactly what God does. It's okay. Just don't stay there.
Yeah.
And you know that, and you're not. And so I think for others need to hear that too.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay. Just don't stay there.
I think also because I said the D word and anxiety and depression, I've suffered from that. I mean, it's genetic.
It's real.
My mom had depression, my sister, me. I've gone through seasons in my life where it's fine and under control, and other times where it's not. And I think like currently it's at a place where, I am feeling every symptom you can imagine of depression, and it is not under control, but I'm willing to take the steps to get there. I'm in counseling. I'm talking to my doctor to see what types of things he can help with, whether that's medications. I'm going to be looking into hormone replacement, or how to help balance that, because I am 40 and that is real. And so I'm looking at all the things to try to fix it, but it's not going to be instant. It's not going to be overnight. And so I've got to give myself grace, but then also, I need everyone around me to give
You
me
gotta have
that
your
same
people.
grace.
Yeah,
Because,
exactly.
if I don't have grace from everyone else, then they
Mhm.
just think that I look like a crazy person.
Trust me, I know. This kind of like decision was I was dealing with real depression symptoms. And the fact that I like had to realize that's what it was sucked.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, nope, I can't go back to this.
Yeah.
And same. I went to the doctor and got me on something different that's helping a ton. And like, yeah, it's so real, but don't ignore it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think people are like, oh, it's depression. I'm just gonna feel this way, but I can work harder or do better. And it's like, no, like don't ignore it
Yeah.
because it can get so bad. And it's okay. It's okay if you have depression. It's okay if you have anxiety. Like, but keep working to figure it out.
100%. And I think like a lot of people, especially Christians,
Yes.
would like to think that we shouldn't struggle with that.
Right.
Because we have God.
My faith is big enough and I shouldn't struggle with it.
Right.
No.
And that's not true because unfortunately, we live in a fallen world where everything is not the way that the Lord intended it to be.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the foods we eat, the air we breathe, the things we use on our skin, the clothes we wear, everything is going against us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that can affect the chemicals in our body and our brains. And that is also why the Lord created doctors.
That's right.
Who can come up with things to help with that. And so I will never be ashamed of having to use medication for my mental health.
Right.
Because I want to be the best version of myself for everyone around me. And if that includes taking medication, then I'm okay with that. I'm not replacing my relationship with the Lord with medication. I'm not saying that God can't.
Right.
I'm just saying that I'm not going to sit in a place where I feel this way and do nothing about it. Because the Lord does give you the things you need.
You got to be able to move forward and take one step at a time and like not be afraid of what ifs. It's like, okay, I get one life to live. I'm going to live my best, whatever that looks like. And I think even from like simple cost of living, buying groceries and like, it's wild. That alone, you're not getting a raise.
Right.
But yet the prices of everything keep going up.
Yep.
That alone can bring you down to a state of to where you're just
100%.
And so it's nothing that attached to how much faith you have.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing is to know.
Yeah, I would agree. I know a lot of people that need to hear that.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to be the one that says this is what I'm struggling through and this is how I feel and it's not easy, but we're going to go through it together.
That's right.
Pray for me. I'm open to all the prayers I can get for this season because I know for a fact that prayers work.
100%. Yeah. We're, in this transition, I will use all the prayers of like what God has next for me. Because I know He's going to use me in a big way and I know that it's going to benefit our family. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
But there's always those fears, like you had asked me. I said, yeah, like there's definitely those fears that pop in less now. I feel like the farther I've gotten down this journey, because the enemy tries and the Lord just like a little bit louder.
Yep.
And which has been really cool. But yeah, I would love just also prayers for transition and what that looks like. And
yeah. And we'll keep you posted. We'll still be meeting here on Fridays to keep you updated on our lives. But that was some really big news that we just couldn't not share because that's going to change a lot of our conversation. I feel like, we won't be at work together every single day. We won't have that, but we're still in the chaos.
We'll kind of get to update each other. We probably will know as we text all the time.
That's
so it's really,
Yeah.
But
we'll see. You never know.
Exactly.
We'll get to talk a little bit more through like what your new normal looks like. And that'll be different. And it'll be fun.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited.
Me too. It's going to be good.
All right. So where do you think that the Lord showed up for you this week?
I just think in every day right now, honestly, every day, every conversation I have about this, every, call that I have with somebody that's a possible job opportunity, and just the peace, really. Literally every minute right now.
Yeah.
God is showing up in my Bible studies that I've been doing. So it's been really cool just to be that close again.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, I would probably say that as I'm in this season of depression and just feeling not like myself, that's the way I can describe it, is
Yeah.
I just don't feel like me.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel like the Helen that I know. And I'm still ripping and running and doing
You are.
ministry. And on Monday, we had a really long day
Yeah.
of calling a whole lot of people and just hearing their stories and talking to them and pastoring them. And that left me on empty.
Mhm.
And so Tuesday, I had a lunch with someone I'd never met. She was experiencing separation from her husband and that sort of thing. And so I literally felt like I had nothing to offer her.
Yeah.
I said, I don't have anything. I'm scared to go sit here and
Yeah.
just waste her time, is what it felt like, because I just felt so empty. And then I sat down at that lunch and she's sharing her story with me. And I had prayed the whole drive there, and I was praying in the moment too, just like, God, give me the words, give me the words. What does she need to hear? What should I say? And her story is wildly different than the story that my husband and I experienced. And somehow the words just came.
Yeah.
Like there was a calm, there was, just this piece of me just being able to talk her through things and give her advice and pray with her. And I mean, she expressed, man, like that. Thank you. Thank you for taking the
So
time to
cool.
do this. I really appreciate that you did this. And I'm going to do everything you said. I'm going to keep you posted. I'm going to text you. And so just seeing God work through me, even when I didn't feel it.
Yeah.
That's
the best.
And so I mean, that wasn't the only one. He showed up multiple times like that for me this week. And as I've continued to feel the way I've been feeling, and so just remembering him, that he's called me to it, he's equipping me for
That's
it.
right.
And when I don't feel it, he's got me.
Literally. Yeah. I think something else, not necessarily this week, but just through this process, has been just watching God through our organization too, where we work. It's just been super supportive.
Yeah.
In this transition for me. And it could be so different.
Yeah.
But we work for a place that is just truly believes in caring for us for what we need, and just the supporting me in that, being proud of me. I really feel like that God showed up in each of those conversations too. It's an amazing place and amazing people. It just shows how powerful that ministry can be, no matter what situation that you're in. So God's been really present in all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This has been really cool.
I would agree.
Yeah. All right. So, well, thanks for hanging out with us on Call to Chaos.
And if this episode made you laugh
or made you feel just a little bit less alone,
share it with a friend who's also living in the chaos.
we will talk to you next time.
Bye, friends.